Hey, it's Vio. On Team Innovation's channel, I will be uploading a video talking about the deck as a whole. This right here is just going to only be talking about the UA specific cards and their effects as well as I know. So, I've been testing this a lot with Simo. If you've watched the video on Team Innovation's channel, I'll put a link on the screen and a link in the description so that way you can go check out the video and his channel. Subscribe to it if you haven't. Now, what I'm going to talk about is the 4 new cards. Each one of them is kind of perfect for what the deck needed, and the way that the deck kind of works, the UAs really utilize these cards. First card I'm going to talk about is Rebounder. He's a level 6 monster, same old UA effect, you can put a card in your hand to summon a new one, summon him, which is good. 2,200 attack, which is not something to brag about, but not really bad per se because the deck enjoys him. Now, what makes this card good is if he's normal summoned or special summoned on your opponent's turn, you can special summon a UA monster from your hand or your graveyard, which is phenomenal. He allows you to tribute your opponent's monster with a Stormforth, normal summon him, and then summon a monster back from your grave for maximum advantage. Then being able to tag them out since you have 2 monsters now into multiple other cards. Something else that's cool is during your opponent's end phase, you can flip up cards like Call the Haunted and summon him and summon a new guy out, allowing you to, on your turn, bounce the cards and then use cards such as the Magical Planner to tribute off the dead Call the Haunted for 2 new cards. So you did not only go plus in every single way, but you flipped up that. You got 2 monsters and then you get 2 new cards, meaning that in the end you couldn't have gone minus because you got 4 cards off of like -2. So it's really, really good in the +2 that you can get off of that, basically meaning a free pot of greed. Something kind of hard to get in this game. Now, some of the other points of this card is that it lets you really quickly tag out. It'll be at 3 and it's only level 6. Yes, it's level 6, it's not level 4 like we were all kind of hoping if you've actually been looking into the deck. But what it lets you do is Stormforth your opponent's monster. And Stormforth your opponent's monster gives you so much advantage, it is phenomenal. And being level 6, you can use cards like Reasoning because it's not the level 5, level 4, level 7, or level 8 that the other cards are. It lets you have another chance at getting the Reasoning correct. Now, the next card is Dunker, level 7. This card I was using at 2, but Simo said he thought that it was better at 1. And so this card's up to you. What he does is, when he declares an attack and attacks, it does piercing. And also, if it does damage to the opponent's monster, you can destroy a card on the field. So all you have to do is do damage with him, which is easy because he does damage in attack or defensive position against the opponents, and he blows up cards on the field. He's level 7, making it so you have to be able to have another guy out to tag him out because tributing 2 or Stormforthing one of theirs and one of yours is kind of heavy. But at 2,500 attack plus the instant 3,000 if you have the field spell out, this card becomes a really, really, really powerful card really soon. The very first time you summon him, a 3,000 wall just kind of runs over things really, really fast. And he's a card that you're not really that upset to leave on the field. Reasoning is another strong card because you're running 1 to 2 blockbacker, 1 to 2 of him, allowing you to have another level in there because Reasoning is a really good card now. Reasoning allows you to excavate cards sent into the grave to summon your new guys, which is something that, at the same time as a high cost, is actually really, really good for the deck because you can get multiple guys out. The reason why is, it is the trap card, the Penalty Box. This card is a continuous trap card. Its effect is, well, it's like face up on the field. During damage step, if your opponent is battling a UA monster, you can banish the opponent's monster. Which is something that means I can take my UA midfielder, attack, and banish the guy. It also stays banished for 2 of your opponent's end phases. So the next end phase, they don't get their monster back. The turn after that, they do. Which means if they fill up their field or you use cards like Ojama tokens, which is a potential card for some builds, you can then have your opponent completely locked out of their field and they won't get their monster back because it'll stay banished. Now, if they do get their monster back after 2 turns, you can once again just attack again. And it's a once per turn effect, which does suck because if you have multiple out, you only get its effect once. But you can banish the card. And then on their turn, if they try to attack you, banish their card. That is a really strong effect. And with how long it's off the field, that effect is actually worth the running 1 or 2 of it. The reason why you run 3 is it has a second effect of when it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a UA spell card from your deck, which can be your Jersey, your field spell, or the new spell card, which I'll explain now. The new spell card is the UA Sign-On or something of the sort. I'm sorry I don't know the exact name, I'll have it on the screen. Now, what this card does is, it allows you to special summon a UA monster from your deck. Then you take damage equal to its level times 300, and its effects are negated. It cannot be used for an XYZ summon or for a synchro summon. Not that that matters. So you summon your UA monster. Let's say it is a midfielder, because you want to be able to get the level 4 to normal summon immediately after this. You take 1200 damage, then you use the effect of any UA in your hand. Put him in your hand, summon that. This guy is completely free now. You can normal summon him, get the effect of a field spell, you can get the effects of everything else and tag him out, and he becomes completely live. That works with any UA monster, allowing you to, at any situation, if you want the level 6, be able to use this spell card, get the level 6, tag it into your hand to summon another guy, tribute it off for the level 6, pull back the tributed monster. You did not go minus here. The only thing you lost was life points, and 21 life points or 18 life points or however much it is really the smallest price to pay to get this huge advantage out. Now, Magic Planter becomes really good because you can use Call of the Haunted or Fiendish Chain to kind of keep the game in control, and this trap card itself as all 9 cards that you can run potentially to constantly give yourself advantage, along with 2 to 3 Magic Planter to keep that advantage incredibly high. If you flip up a Call of the Haunted and you Magic Planter that, as I explained earlier, you go +2. If you flip up the Trap card and you Magic Planter that, you will go once again +2-ish to 1-ish, because it'll pay for itself, and then you draw 2, so you only lose the 1 card. So technically you draw 1 card off of it. So being able to activate this spell card, activate the spell card after you use the trap, banish the trap to search for your new spell, and then draw the 2 new cards as well at the same time. All of this just allows you to once again go massive plus. Fiendish Chain is once again just another continuous trap, making it so Magic Planter is never dead, but at the same time being able to completely lock your opponent out of any moving forward during their turns. With a Blockbacker, Perfect Ace, and potential Fiendish Chains, your opponent can't do anything at all. That's what makes this deck really strong. As a whole, the deck will be much better with these cards. I can't wait till the 2 hockey cards that we're going to be getting. If you look into the card arts of all the cards, every card is on every other card art, except for 2 cards. Number 9, which is on the sign-on card, and it's on the penalty box, and a hockey player in the penalty box on that card, as well as number 9, are both on that card. Both of them are hockey cards, which means we should be potentially in our next set getting our last 2 guys, which I think will be like a level 3 and a level 4, hopefully, which are hockey cards. It might be a level 3 and a level 9 to match the jersey on the back, and that would be still really cool. It would be really, really cool. I would like to get these new guys because they'll hopefully move the deck even farther. Now, the deck I think will be really strong using cards like Reasoning. Reasoning's great because it could mill your trap. It could also mill other things, and if you miss on Reasoning, sure, you might as well go to grave, but at the same time the end phase Call of Haunted could bring him back, or any of the other cards like the level 6 to be able to make your advantage huge. The deck does not go minus in very many situations, and that is what makes this deck really good. So remember to check out the video on his channel. I'll have it in the description so that way you can check it out. And that is where I try to explain more of the whole deck as a whole, as opposed to just how the cards themselves are helpful. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and all of that. And as always, have a wonderful day. Yeah.